Okay guys, so this is my goodies for the next How To Tuesday. I'm going to do a mixed media piece. It's going to be kind of, it will be an abstract, and I think I'm going to have some fun cutout words, do a little saying. No real central focus, no portrait work this time, just an abstract piece. So I did get a bunch of book pages and some music pages. I also have these really cool. I found on Pinterest. You can go and find, gosh, just about anything you can possibly think of. But I found these really cool butterflies. Make sure if you do this, you have a laser printer, because if you do an inkjet as opposed to a laser jet, the ink will bleed when you glue it down. So it has to be a laser jet printer. Okay. And then I have my Fabriano hot press taped down. I taped it down this time because I want to get that really nice, cool white border, like the white frame around it. I have some just fun little, can you tell I'm kind of obsessed with polka dots? Polka dots and stripes, I love them to death. So I have a few choices here. I have this stencil. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to use it, as always, per my mixed media, and also the bubble wrap for painting. I'm not sure, but I grabbed it just in case. I have my, I'm going to do kind of like chalk pastel extravaganza and pan pastel and my Neo colors. These are my pan pastels. If you've never used them before, you can use this too. It's really pigmented. Really, here, let me show you. It's very, very pigmented. It's really beautiful, actually. So it's intense color. I feel like I'm swatching makeup. It's so funny. Here, let's do it like I'm swatching makeup. Oop, I just spilled. See how cool it is, or bright it is? They're really intense and beautiful. That's okay. I got it on my paper, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to paint over it anyways. So there's that. So, yeah, they're really intense and gorgeous. And I just got these. I've been playing with my Faber-Castell pastel pencils, chalk pencils, but I only had a small little selection. So I wanted to keep playing. So I picked up today, or not today, a while ago, these are Stabilo, and they're chalk pencils. And here's the gorgeous colors. Here's what they turn into. I mean, look at this pink. Oh, these colors are so much fun. Chalk pencils. I've never ever been a fan of chalk pastel. Now, because I didn't know until like a year ago that they actually came in pencil form. I always thought it was the chalk, like the stick, the chalk stick. And for two reasons. I know you can sharpen them, but oh, what a mess. But I also didn't know that for a long time either, until I heard that you could sharpen them or carve them down and then put them in a pencil sharpener to get them pointy. But they're just so messy. It's just a lot. So I really never worked with them until I discovered the chalk pastel pencil. This is way easier to control, and it does have some residue. It does have some dust, but it's nothing compared to a big chalk piece. I know some people love it, so I'm kind of new to this with playing with these, but the colors are just so delicious, and they really kind of just finish. For me, it's like one of the final steps that I add to a piece. It really finishes off the work. I usually tuck it into like corners and do like a couple layers of colors and a color family to kind of push up the image in the front and push back the foreground. It just gives another warmth to the piece. So I am so excited to play with these. And then if you've been on my channel, you know absolutely my babies, my Neo color. I'm obsessed. So these are super fun. They're water soluble. They go on just like a crayon. When you add water, they become like a watercolor consistency. And to also activate them, you could use gesso. I use a white gesso to activate them as well. Actually, matter of fact, I should get my white gesso, the Liquitex, and my Liquitex matte medium that I will be using to glue down some of my papers. So yeah, I want to get started. And then just a little tip, when I use my chalk pastel pencils, I use a blending stump to blend them out. And I make sure that I have, let me just close that. I make sure that I have a warm blending stump and a cool blending stump, because I don't want the colors to mix with each other, because then the colors just won't stay true to themselves. These you can also sand on. Usually when you buy a set of blending stumps, they come with a little piece of press board with some sandpaper stapled to it. This is what you use to clean it, or your brush, or sorry, your blending stump, and sand the points. I believe you can also, I've not tried it, but you can also put it in a pencil sharpener. These are thick, so you'd have to have a pretty decent sized pencil sharpener, so the sanding paper would work. Now personally, especially for my like graphite and my charcoal, I don't ever clean these because I love a dirty blending stump. Love, 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 love a dirty blending stump. So I don't really ever clean them. But these I might, because over time, like if I pick up the wrong one, like this one, this was actually a warm, and I made a mistake when I was testing these the other day, and I put some cool on it, which this is supposed to be my cool, and this one is supposed to be my warm. So just little tips so that you can keep them separate. Warms work well together, cools work well together, but once they start crisscrossing, they get kind of muddy and gross. So there we go. Yeah, I'm going to do a fun little mixed media piece with some cutout words and some imagery. Just a sweet little piece, just to kind of put a loving message out there. Okay, so if you would like to stay in touch with us, please go ahead and like and subscribe and click that button and bell and share away. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put them in under the description box of this video. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here, and let's get started. Okay, bye. Hi guys. Okay, so here's the finished piece. I'm obsessed with this color palette. Love it. It's super happy and cheerful. I wanted to give you guys a little tip. I couldn't find anything in terms of, like, I first was going to do like cut out words and stuff out of book pages and write a little message, but I couldn't find anything that was working for me. It really wasn't feeling right, and I was, I couldn't even, like, sometimes you hit strike gold, and then sometimes I was looking for something else. Sometimes you strike gold, and then sometimes you didn't, and I just wasn't really feeling it. So instead, I thought, you know what? I'll go ahead and make my own words, or my own inspiring quote. So I work on an app, or a program called Canva, www.canva.com. It is free. You can pay for a membership, but there's a lot of stuff that you can do for free. And it's super user-friendly. Some of you might know it already, some of you might not, but I thought it would be kind of cool. You'll see, this is the finished piece, but you'll see that I had another piece that I was working with, but it was just too dark, so I wasn't really digging it. And so I said, all right, I'm going to reinvent the wheel, and I went and made something else. And I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with the way it turned out. So that's www.canva.com. It's actually very cool. I used book pages, music pages, scrapbook paper. Again, these butterflies, except for these butterflies I got from Pinterest. I just printed a bunch of imagery for it. I found out there's so much online. I just typed in butterflies, and there's pages upon pages of stuff. So yeah, really fun. I had a lot of fun with the chalk pastel at the end. You see what I mean when I say I push forward the main subject and push back the background? Yeah, it's kind of cool. And then the whole background, I didn't really grab any paint other than gesso to do a little bit on top. Everything else was the Neil colors. So you don't really need a lot to do a mixed media piece. So yeah, this was fun. I hope you guys enjoy it and have fun yourself. Thank you. Please don't forget to join me over at Next Generation Art on Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe and share and like. Thanks, guys. Have fun. Bye.